Thank you for not touching that dial. Now, when you have a problem, sometimes we do have a solution. And today's damsel in distress said this: I have a question. There's this man that I am pregnant for, but he does not want to take responsibilities. What can I do, please?
Oh, Lord.
Now, this is a very sticky situation because there's an option I could give you that's not so legal, you know. For example, do you intend to keep the child?
You have a choice.
Exactly. There's that choice. Although I'm not supposed to be advocating for it right now, especially on national television, but it's a conversation we need to have. You have a choice to figure out, do you want to keep this child or do you not want to keep this child? If you do keep this child, do you have the facilities to take care of this child? Do you have the financial capability? Do you have a roof over this child's head? Do you have food? Do you have everything that you need to comfortably bring a child into this world? Because let's be honest, it is very unfair, very, very unfair for you to have a child knowing very well that you cannot take care of this child, knowing very well this child is going to be neglected either financially or emotionally or mentally. You know, all these things that come together to bring a happy child into being. If you're not capable of all of this, there's always a choice of not bringing this child into this life. And also, if you really want to go after the baby father, you could do that legally. But that's going to be a whole other process. You could stay and pray and hope and wait that he's going to change his mind, because we have seen it. We have seen people after the child was born looking like him. He says, oh, blood of my blood, son of my son, my legacy, my everything. And he steps up when the child is born. There's always that option. But are you willing to bet all your eggs on this man might change his mind and come back to us? So there's so many choices that I've given you. It's up to you to sit down and consider all of them.
I also feel like maybe the first thing that you need to address is, why are you asking us? Does it mean that you don't really have someone you can talk to? Because this is a very personal decision right here. Like this is you're clearly in distress, because the question isn't even, what do I do about the pregnancy? What do I do about the man? The question is just simply, what do I do? You know, so you're clearly stuck in a space where you're not certain about how to react to begin with. And truly, honestly, sometimes I know we do offer a lot of help and we do help you like rationalize through it, but I think you need to speak to a responsible adult. I'm assuming you're younger, but like even if you're not young, you need to speak to there's a difference between a responsible adult and an adult. An adult is literally anyone over the age of 18. However, a responsible adult is someone who can give you insight into what exactly is going on. Turi has given you so many examples of things that you can do. Pro-choice, 100%. I have always been and will continue to be pro-choice, and clearly Turi is with me with that. Because it is a lot. We say it here on the show every single time. Mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, and even more importantly, physically. Can you be able to bring this child to fruition? Yes, the government has made so many facilitations, including Linda Mama. I have many friends who've used Linda Mama and it's really come through for them. But after that, you're on your own. Like you have, okay, umelindiwa mama akapata mtoto. Who is paying for the diapers? When the child gets sick because what? Somehow you give them the wrong food or something. Who is coming through for it? Yes, we do have facilitations where a child between 0 and 5 years old can... 0? Is it possible to say 0?
Yeah.
A child at birth up until 5 years old can be able to get facilitations from the government where you really can get medical help for free. But is it still always the case? Is the hassle of going to the hospital and queuing all day with the rest of the mamas the thing that you want to do? Like there's so many problems to bringing children into this world.
And there's no such thing as mtoto atakuja na sahani yake. That is a lie.
Some do, but
it takes a village.
It is not like you sit down and you wait for the child to come with the plate. You go looking for that plate, honey. You leave your house and you go looking for that plate. You speak to someone, you speak to multiple people. Eventually one of them decides, oh, don't worry, I shall take care of you and your child. But you've had to take the initiative of asking and begging and borrowing and pleading. Look, this man is clearly not an option. So just completely, first of all, rule him out. If and when he comes back, that's a him thing. And if he does, amazing. But this child is going to be with you until they're 18 years old. And then some. It is the generation where we don't leave our houses until we're 30. Am I right?
True.
Most of us have stayed home until we were in our late 20s. And even now, we still have the option of going home.
Yes, my bedroom is
Your
there.
bedroom is always going to be your bedroom.
Exactly.
So your parents will continue to raise you even when you're older. And that is the same thing that might happen to you. God forbid you get the child with special needs. They're autistic. They are another thing. All of these are things that you need to rationalize and think through. Can you deal with it? Or will you end up having a child and hating it for the rest of its life simply because your father didn't love you, so who am I supposed... think about it.
Did you not see Rihanna? Rihanna coming out of retirement because she had a baby.
There we go.
You did not see me coming back to work because I had a baby.
There we go.
Listen.
Rihanna had not released an album. There
That's
she
a lot.
is singing Wakanda forever.
Burning in a
Lift me up. Ni shida, ni baby care, diaper sio free, baby formula sio free.
Oh, school fees.
School fees kwanza.
Wow.
My bro is telling me about school fees, but I'm feeling him. And every year they increase it. You told me the other day they increased it by 7%. In most schools, it's increased by like 7 and above percent.
They'll just send a memo. Due to hard financial times, we are increasing the school fees to this.
Ati
And you have to
transport is
comply.
10k and above.
Yeah.
Transport. Yani mtoto anashukuriwa kutoka kwa nyumba anapelekwa shule na anatolewa. That 10k and then some. Let me tell you, childcare is not cheap. Think about all these things. And I think we clearly are skewed, but at the end of the day, keep your baby if you want to. Don't keep your baby if you don't want to. The decision is entirely yours. These are just our opinions. I'm sure you have a lot more to tell us, and we have eaten into so much time trying to help you. We hope it has reached home, okay? What do you think? Do you think we've given her the right advice? If not, let us know. The number is always 0770 729 366. We shall read a few of your messages. And as we get into the conversation on Talk That Talk Thursday, let's get into it.